I know exactly where you are right now. You're staring at your phone, waiting for a sign that never comes. You're lying awake at night, replaying every word, every look, wondering where it all went wrong. You keep asking yourself, why is this so hard? Why can't I just move on? What did I do to deserve this pain? I spent years asking those same questions. I looked for answers in books and followed every piece of advice I could find, but nothing changed. It wasn't until I started working with the subconscious through the method of Dolores Cannon that I finally saw the truth. You didn't find this video by accident. Accidents don't exist. Your higher self brought you here because you've been stuck in the 3D drama for long enough. There is a much deeper reason for everything you're going through, something far beyond what you can see right now. Stay with me for just 20 minutes. I'm going to show you what I've learned from years of regression sessions. By the end of this video, you will see your situation through the eyes of your soul, and you will finally understand why this is happening. My dear, you're about to get the answers you've been searching for. You'll understand soon. Welcome. I am Indigo Soul. Here, I share insights received from the higher self during Dolores Cannon QHHT sessions to help you understand your soul's evolution and navigate your path toward reuniting with your soulmate. Please like this video to align with the energy of this knowledge and anchor this frequency resonance within your field. You've probably spent hours searching for the term twin flame. You've read every article and joined every group, trying to find a reason for why this person has such a pull on you. But I want to tell you something I learned after years of regression work. Sometimes, these labels we use in the 3D world become a trap. My dear, you think the label explains your love, but often it only justifies your suffering. You use it to explain away the silence and the pain, telling yourself it's just part of the journey. When I take clients into the deep state of QHHT, the subconscious, the SC, doesn't care about romantic labels. It cares about evolution. In the 3D world, we want a happy ending, a wedding, a constant presence. But your soul didn't come here for a romantic comedy. It came here for a total transformation. I've seen so many souls realize under hypnosis that they chose the twin flame path specifically because it was the only way to break their old patterns. You see, if we just call it a romance, we stay in the ego. We wait for him to change. We wait for him to realize he loves us. But you'll understand later that this connection isn't about him at all. It's about the friction that wakes you up. The label should be a bridge to your growth, not a cage that keeps you waiting. You understand, don't you? It took me a long time to realize that the more we focus on the label, the less we focus on the soul work we actually came here to do. In the quantum field, where I spend my time during regression sessions, the rules of 3D reality simply don't exist. One of the biggest things I learned, and it took me years to truly feel this, is that time is not what you think it is. You feel like you've been waiting forever. You count the days, the months, the years of silence. You feel like your life is passing you by while you wait for this union. But from the perspective of the higher self, your entire human life is like the blink of an eye. My dear, when I speak to the SC of a client, it often laughs at the concept of waiting. To the soul, you are already together. The separation is just a tiny, temporary flicker in a much larger story. You're asking, when will it happen? But the quantum field says, it is already done. When you are in that deep state of trance, you see that you aren't two separate people trying to find each other. You are one energy experiencing itself in two different bodies to learn as much as possible. Every bit of pain you feel is just a vibration that hasn't been cleared yet. You'll find out soon that the distance between you is an illusion created by your physical mind. In the quantum reality, there is no space between you. You are always connected, always communicating. Once you truly grasp this, the panic of losing time starts to fade away. You agree? It's a lot to take in, but you'll understand this truth more deeply as we go on. If you feel this truth deep in your heart, subscribe to my channel. I will share with you the secrets and legacy of Dolores Cannon. And together, we will navigate all the ups and downs of your spiritual awakening. You need to understand, you are not alone on this journey. In our world, we talk a lot about mirroring. You've probably heard people say that your twin flame is just reflecting your own wounds back at you. But after years of regression sessions, I've realized it's much more literal than that. It's not just a metaphor, my dear. It's a mechanism of quantum resonance. When a client is under deep hypnosis, and we ask the subconscious why the partner is acting cold or distant, the answer is always about frequency. You see, your twin flame is like a highly sensitive instrument that is tuned specifically to your internal state. If you are vibrating at a frequency of lack, fear of abandonment, or unworthiness, they have no choice but to respond to that energy. It's not that they are trying to be mean. They are simply reacting to the signal you are sending out. You understand, don't you? I've seen this happen so many times in my practice. A woman will spend years trying to fix the relationship on the outside. She'll send texts, she'll try to be perfect, she'll try to explain her feelings. But in the quantum field, words don't mean anything. Only the frequency matters. If your internal signal is, I need you to make me feel whole, the resonance they feel is, I am incomplete. And because your soul agreement is about reaching wholeness, they will continue to stay away until you stop using them as a crutch. The mirror is actually a divine safety feature. It prevents you from coming together while you are still operating out of fear. You'll understand later that his coldness was actually the most honest thing he could give you. He was showing you exactly where you were still disconnected from your own power. You'll find out that as soon as you stop trying to fix him and start shifting your own internal vibration, the mirror has to change. It's physics. You agree? It's not about changing his mind. It's about changing the energy you are bringing to the table. One of the hardest lessons I've had to learn, and one that consistently comes up in my sessions, is the realization that seeking him is actually what keeps him away. I know that sounds backwards, my dear. You think that by trying to find the truth, by looking for signs, or by thinking about him 24/7, you are keeping the connection alive. But in the quantum field, seeking is a declaration of lack. When you seek something, you are telling the universe that you don't have it. You understand? Through the lens of QHHT, the subconscious often shows us that as long as your energy is moving toward him in a chasing way, he has to move away to maintain the balance. It's like a push and pull mechanism in your soul agreement. I spent years in that loop of seeking, thinking that the next book or the next session would finally give me the key to bring him back. But the real key is the moment you stop looking. When you finally pull your energy back and place it firmly within yourself, the cycle breaks. This isn't about giving up or pretending you don't love him. It's about moving from the frequency of I need to the frequency of I am. You'll understand later that your wholeness was the goal of this entire journey. You'll learn that the minute you become truly busy with your own soul's evolution, when you are actually excited about your own life, that is when the quantum resonance changes. You are no longer a seeker, you are a source. And the universe always responds to a soul that has finally come home to itself. You agree? Now, let's affirm this truth. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and repeat after me. I stop the search outside of myself. I call all my energy back to my own heart. I am complete. I am the source of my own joy, and I trust that my frequency is the only key I need. Feel that energy. Feel that connection. I invite you to download this to the universe by writing in the comments below. I have come home to myself. One of the most profound things you'll learn from QHHT is that silence is never empty. In our 3D world, we see silence as a wall, a rejection, or a sign that he doesn't care. But when I talk to the subconscious during a session, I see that silence is actually a very active part of your soul agreement. My dear, you'll understand later that this no contact period was specifically designed by both of you to protect the process. I've seen sessions where the higher self explains that if he were to reach out right now, it would actually ruin your progress. It would be like opening an oven before the bread is finished baking. If he came back today, you would fall right back into your old patterns of needing him to feel okay. The silence is the only thing strong enough to keep you in the waiting room of your own soul until you are ready to stand on your own. You understand, don't you? The silence is a sacred boundary. It's your higher self saying, not yet. It's not a punishment. It's a setup for a much higher version of your union. In the quantum realm, your twin flame is holding a space of absolute love by staying away. He is sacrificing the comfort of being with you now so that you can both have the eternity you planned for. You'll find out soon that the more you respect this silence and use it for your own healing, the faster the lesson of the silence is completed. You agree? We are coming to the end of our time together, and I want you to notice how you feel right now. You'll understand soon that the truth has a specific weight to it. It feels different from the frantic energy of the 3D drama. When you look at your situation now, do you see that it's not about if he comes back, but about who you are becoming while you are apart? In my years of regression work, I've learned that the moment you truly get it, the moment you stop being a victim and start being a creator, the timeline shifts. You'll learn later that your physical reality is just a mirror that takes a little bit of time to catch up to your new frequency. You don't have to worry about the future anymore because you finally understand the mechanics of the game. You are the one in charge of the vibration. As you finish this video, I want you to stop looking for him and start looking at the incredible soul that you are. You've spent years in the dark, but now you have the light of the quantum truth. You'll understand later that everything, every tear, every silent night was worth it because it led you back to yourself. You are whole, you are powerful, and you are exactly where you were always meant to be. You agree? As we close this chapter, I want you to take a deep breath. You've just spent 20 minutes looking behind the curtain of your physical life. My dear, you'll understand soon that the heavy feeling you started with is beginning to shift because you are no longer fighting the truth. You aren't a victim of a cruel fate or a silent partner. You are a soul fulfilling a master plan that you helped create before you even arrived here. Stop looking for the answers out there. You are the answer. This separation isn't a wall. It's a mirror showing you exactly where you need to give yourself more love. You understand, don't you? In the quantum field, there is no separation, and there is no loss. There is only growth. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything is unfolding perfectly. Trust yourself. You agree? Thank you for being here today. If this resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe for more on navigating your spiritual awakening. And remember, the most profound love story you will ever live is the one you build with yourself. Trust the journey. You're on your way home.